I'm going to attempt to give you an overview of the lab data that you need to collect. So we're going to participate in an activity called cookie mining, where you're going to mine for chocolate chips from a cookie. Now, I gave you a cookie. It might be crumbled, in which case make the best of it, or if you have another cookie, or if you have a Christmas cookie, any kind of cookie will do that has some kind of chips in it for this activity. We're not gonna split hairs over this. So you're going to mine for chocolate chips with the goal of making as much money as possible. And then in class we're going to analyze and see who made the most money as possible while preserving the environment. And so your permit allows for 7 minutes worth of mining and 2 minutes worth of reclamation. And you have to follow, normally we do this all together in class and I have you mine and we supervise each other, but we're going to do sort of an honesty system. You're going to start with $180 million. We won't take out loans. We're going to make it stay under that $180 million. And then you can only purchase one piece of land, and you can't use your hands at any point during the mining, not even to hold the cookie. Only the mining tools. So you want to take that into account when you're purchasing your mining tools. And we've never had tools really break. You're going to have 2 minutes to reclaim your land, to clean up. And at no point should you brush or blow away or remove any crumbs. That will result in environmental fines. And so what you're going to have to make some choices about is what your mining tools are going to be. So remember, you have only that $180 million to spend. And so you have to choose what type of cookie you want. I gave a variety. You'll have to sort of guess. If it's a regular Chips Ahoy would be this $40 million. If it's a chewy Chips Ahoy, the Softland is the chewy Chips Ahoy, so that's the $40 million. A regular Chips Ahoy would be Hardland, would be $20 million, and then a high mineral cookie would be like the chunky Chips Ahoy. I don't believe I had any of those when I was putting these together, so we're sort of looking at $40 million or $20 million. If you use one of your own cookies, adjust the price accordingly. Give yourself, figure out what you spent on that. And then you're also going to have to purchase what you're going to use to mine. And so I included in the Ziploc bag some wooden splints, I included some toothpicks, and I included some paper clips. And so you can see the different prices, and so in order to figure that out, you're going to work through this sheet here. So topography, pre-mining topography, is what does your cookie look like? Mine's a little broken, but it'll work. What does it look like from the side? What is that topography? And it's fairly flat. And so in the beginning, I will draw something in here that, as I look in the side, like there was, what does the side, so what would the side of a mountain look like? We'll deal with this section in 1 second. And then your total land cost, mine here is $20 million. Okay. You can fill that information in at the top. And then how much did you spend on equipment? So what did you choose to use? You cannot break any of these in half and say like use it as 2, but you may unbend your paper clip. Now keep in mind you cannot use your hands, and so you need to use whatever you can to mine your cookie. I need you to not worry about those pages, but then go, and I included an extra one here on the back, go to your mining area grid. You need to make a decision about where you're going to place your cookie on here, where you're impacting the least amount of resources. I'm just going to plunk mine down up here. Notice mine's a little bit broken. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trace my cookie. And then I'm going to take it off for one quick second, and then I'm going to look and see the one other thing I need to count up. I can just attach that page. Is what is the quantity of these natural attributes that are impacted directly by placement? So I need to go ahead and I need to do that. And the other thing that I need to do before I count that up, is to pick a 3x3 square somewhere where I can move my ore to, and I also want to impact the least amount of attributes. So I'm going to go ahead and mark out a 3x3 square. Then I'll take this count and I'll say, okay, how many trees were in here? Let's see if I can make this so that you guys can see it better. I'm going to fold this. There we go. How many trees did I impact by mining? Well, 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anywhere it touches, 7, 8, 9. Looks like I have 9 trees. How much deer habitat? That's my little deer guys. He's okay. No deer impacted over here, so it looks like 0. Topsoil is this little plant, so 1, 2, 3, and none over there. How many waters? So, I mean, that's on there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 waters. And this is a beautiful vista, and I impacted 1 beautiful vista. So I need you to have that counted up. And then you're going to get to the fun part. I'm going to return my cookie to its spot. And you're going to set a timer. You can go ahead and set a timer on your cell phone for 7 minutes. And using whatever tools you have decided to use, you're going to time yourself with Go, and you're going to try to, as best as you can, mine and remove your chips and put them in your area. You can break up this cookie as much or as little as you want. I'm going to break this one up, bring this over here. I kind of want to get as much of this extra off of here. Remember, I have 7 minutes to do that. Okay, getting as many chips as I can over here. When my timer goes off, I'm going to stop. I'm going to reset my timer, and I have 2 minutes to sort of clean up whatever crumbs I have. Okay. Once I've done that, once I've cleaned up as much as I can, I'm going to go back and look and see where I have crumbs. I have very few because I only mined for like a second, but you'll see what happens once you mine for a full 7 minutes. And then down at the bottom, the last thing you'll have to do is you'll have to go ahead and sort these chips. And so we have whole chocolate chips that are clean. He's fairly whole and fairly clean. You have partial chips that are clean, so maybe like that's kind of like a partial chip. You have a whole chip that's dirty. That means it has a lot of the cookie crumbs still on it. You can see on the back of this one it has quite a bit of cookie crumbs still on it, so I'd be whole and dirty. And then this guy here with a bunch of cookie crumbs still stuck on it, he would be partial and dirty. So you want to go ahead and count up once you have all your chips. I know I only have like 4, but then again I didn't spend enough time mining. The more chips you mine, the more money you make. So I would count, in this case, 1, 1, 1, and 2. And what you will need for class the next time we meet, you can brush all these crumbs off, but you will need this paper with the crumbs on it because we will continue to analyze it. And you will need the rest of these lab papers because we will talk through what's happening with them. I hope you have fun with doing this, and that's all you need to do. There's many questions, there's other things to fill out, there's financial things to fill out. You don't need to do any of those other things, just exactly what I've told you to do in this video.